The White House announcing this morning President Biden will make his first trip to the Middle East since taking office. The president will visit Israel, the West Bank, and Saudi Arabia next month. This trip comes at a time of soaring oil prices because of the war in Ukraine and flaring tensions also there in the region. NBC News senior White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell joins us now from Washington. Good to see you, Kelly. Back in 2019, President Biden referred to Saudi Arabia as a, quote, pariah state for the brutal murder of Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist. Now, what is the White House saying right now about the president now meeting with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman?
Well, this is certainly a complicated issue, and it really outlines the differences between being a candidate, like Joe Biden was when he talked about the pariah state of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and being president with very complicated issues on his plate. So the White House says the president will continue to talk about human rights and has not changed his views. But as president, he's going to try to push for peace and to try to deal with issues like global security around energy. So this has been a very sensitive trip coming into play, and the White House announcing it officially today. And one of the things you'll notice is the White House is not emphasizing the president meeting with the Crown Prince, who's commonly known as MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, who is not the official head of state, that is the king, his father, but he is the effective leader of Saudi Arabia and has culpability, according to U.S. intelligence, for that murder of the critic of Saudi Arabia, Jamal Khashoggi, who was a citizen and had been living in the U.S. and was a columnist for the Washington Post. That is a complicated and difficult situation. President Biden is also looking at a case of U.S. oil prices and gas prices going up, and Saudi Arabia has great leverage when it comes to the OPEC nations and trying to increase supply. There are other issues, too, the war in Yemen, trying to recognize Israel, other kinds of complex issues in the region. And so they have built a trip to try to de-emphasize the MBS meeting, the White House talking about meeting with the Saudi leadership, thanking the king. When you look at what the Saudis are saying, they're saying the Crown Prince and the president will have official meetings. So real difference in emphasis there, Vicki.
Yeah, a tale of two meetings there. Kelly, I want to touch on that. You said the president says he wants to discuss improving Saudi relations with Israel. Is there any indication that Saudi Arabia is prepared to recognize Israel like other Arab countries have?
Well, this is part of the diplomatic push, and it will be significant that the president will fly from Israel to Saudi Arabia, something that in and of itself is a significant piece of that puzzle. And they want to try to advance the work of the previous administration, known as the Abraham Accords, where they try to have greater interaction from the Middle Eastern nations that have long had tension with Israel. Saudi Arabia has not formally recognized Israel, and that is a long history there. The U.S. has no greater partner than Israel, and at the same time, the U.S. has 80 years of alliance and collaboration with Saudi Arabia in the Middle East as well. So trying to push that forward. Will it happen on this trip? There aren't key expectations for that, but they're trying to bring that closer for a lot of reasons that deal with stability in the region. And we have seen over the sweep of our lifetime, stability in the Middle East has great benefits for the world. And when there is instability in the Middle East, there can be a lot of problems that affect Americans right here at home. So this is an important trip for the president. It is one that will have a lot of complicated factors, one that won't be easy diplomatically. And he's got some criticism at home for going at all. But that's the nature of being president. There are difficult issues, and this is a set of issues that he's going to have to tackle next month.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.